Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about easily the most important thing for your business. Now, if you're a small business or you're just looking to start a website and you're running your business off Excel sheets, you need to stop. I cannot stress it enough. Running your business on Excel sheets is a disaster waiting to happen for a couple different reasons. One, you have no place to store any of your customer information. Two, things are going to get misplaced. Three, there's probably zero process in keeping things organized. Four, it's probably pretty hard to keep track of your numbers. And honestly, this list goes on and on and on. And I know this because when I first started my business, was like, hey, I'm going to use an Excel document because before I started my business, I was working at an IT company. Now, the software that we were using at that time, minimum entry fee was like $600 a month, and I couldn't afford that. So I needed to find a couple different solutions. And before I did that, I had to run my entire business off Excel sheets. And just what I just said happened to me. Things were getting misplaced. It was really impossible to keep track of numbers, where deals were going, all that kind of stuff. It worked for a very short period of time. And then I implemented a CRM, and my business grew like a weed. Now, I'm not telling you that the CRM made my business grow like a weed, but it prevented things from falling through the cracks. It allowed for automation workflows and follow-ups, and honestly, it just goes on and on. So in this video, I'm going to show you my favorite CRM. Now, it might be a little biased because, full disclosure, at my agency, we are a partner. However, I've tried a bunch of them, and honestly, I keep coming back to the same one over and over and over again. And when I say I tried a bunch of them, I mean I've gone 6 or 7 CRMs and tested them to see what would happen. I keep coming back to this one, and I need to tell you about it. And if you're a small business looking to really kind of grow, or you're a new website looking to grow and keep track of your people and things like that, this is going to solve almost, if not all, of those problems. Now, there are paid versions. It is free, 100% free. You do not need to even put in a credit card to use it. After some time, though, there are features that you may want down the road, and those features will allow for some substantial amounts of growth and some more custom functionality and things like that. So I'm going to just dive into a brand new account on HubSpot, and I just want to show you guys around. I'm not going to go too in-depth into it, but I want to show you guys the real benefit of using something like this versus using an Excel sheet, because I kid you not, since implementing this, my business has grown exponentially. Just because you can keep track of everything. You can literally keep track of everything. I'm going to show you that right now. And I emphasize that because this CRM does way more than most of the others. Now, the closest thing to this CRM, there's two. There's Keep Infusionsoft, K-E-A-P, Infusionsoft, and there is Salesforce, but you need the Pardot upgrade. If you don't have the Pardot upgrade, it's kind of like 50-50. It really doesn't matter. Keep in mind, the Pardot upgrade for Salesforce is $14,000 if I remember correctly, or $12,000. So let's jump into this. So right here, this is a brand new account. I've put in one contact. You won't see any of this, but as you're using this will then become full. So you'll be able to figure out your deals and stuff like this. And this is just your home screen when you load in. And I just want to give you like a quick, 5-minute rundown of just ways that this is going to help you tremendously grow your business. So right off the bat, we have contacts. You have companies in there. And the cool part is you can keep all of your contacts in here. If you're talking to a new customer, there's this phone app that you can literally download and enter this stuff on the go. Now, I can't show you my CRM because, one, that's definitely industry secrets, and two, it's covered with phone numbers and emails that I cannot expose to the internet. But the cool part is like you have your email address here, you have your first name, last name. You'll see it's grayed out here, but if I put in some information, so let's just put in some basic information there, it knows that I'm already in here, right? You have contact owner, job title, phone number, what part or what stage they're in as far as a life cycle. So subscriber, lead, marketing, qualified lead, opportunity, customer, evangelist, other. And then you have your lead status, new, open, in progress, right? Maybe you talk to somebody and it's an open deal or something like that. And then you would just go in here and click create contact. Now this person, aka myself, is already in here. And this is your dashboard. It's absolutely beautiful. Everything in here is so customizable. It's really kind of crazy. I've had customers where I've customized this thing to the absolute max, and I've had customers use it straight vanilla in the technology world and right out of the box and never modified or adjusted anything. And I'm just going to jump in here. Brian Halligan, CEO of HubSpot. and you're going to be able to see this is all the information. This is the details and information it's going to be able to give you, right? You have some deals here, HubSpot, right? New deal name test, what company they're a part of, right? Any tickets that might be open, any attachments, all their contact information in here. You'll see upcoming stuff, all your activities. You can take notes. So test, right? I did a test over here. I was showing a new customer some stuff, and they wanted to kind of get a quick little demo of it. You can send emails right from here. And the cool part is it tracks the emails, how many times it's been opened and things like that. Obviously, you're going to have to connect it to your email inbox, but this is just preloaded data in here. It'll show you how many times they've opened the email, when they open the email. It's really cool too, because I'll get a notification on my phone that will actually say like, oh, so-and-so, like Harrison Barron opened your email, right? Chances are pretty good if I know that somebody's opening an email, there's a phone call coming right after. It gives me a minute or two to prep, because they might be getting ready, and I know to get ready, or I know that, hey, they've received my email, which may have contained important information. Now you can add calls in here. If you want to make a phone call, you can actually connect a VoIP system into this, but you can add any details in here, any tasks, which is really important because you can add follow-ups. So if you have people, or you need Trish to follow up, or Susie, or whomever it is. And then finally you have your meetings if there is a meeting that you need to make and stuff like that. This is new, which is really cool. Now, like I said, I don't want to go too in-depth on here, but the cool part is you can see who owns it. If you have a bunch of salespeople, you can see who's working on those sales, right? You have companies, you have an activity feed, you have lists. These are your email lists. Pro tip, if you're sending under 2,000 emails per month, you can use this for free, which who doesn't like free? And the reason why I mention that and make sure I mention that is because there's so many small businesses out there. Like, I'm dealing with a couple right now, and they're like, hey, I'm pretty aggressive with sending emails. Great. How many contacts do you have? 600. Perfect. This is free. This is a free solution. It eliminates the need for MailChimp or anything like that. It is literally 100% free. They will let you send emails out of here. You just have to configure it correctly. It takes, I would say, at most 10 minutes. Now, the cool part is you have like friends, right? So I've just made a quick little list if the email is known, but you can go in and say, hey, I want somebody that I know the email and I know the phone number and they're located in this state or this region or this town. I mean, you can literally drill down as far as you want and pull together a list of 10 or 20 or 50 contacts. And then you or your employee can go through and click phone number and just start dialing and making those phone calls for sales. You have your conversations. You have an inbox, which is part of your chat. You have your chat flows, which actually creates the whole chat. You have snippets for information that you want, quick access to, where you just want to type a couple things. Templates, exactly what it sounds like. If you send the same email, hey, what do you guys do? How do you do it? This, that, and the other thing. Templates are a home run. Now, I want to get into two things. Ads are great. I don't particularly use them myself. Ads are great. Landing pages for free. If anyone doesn't know, landing pages typically cost a couple $100 a month, depending on what platform you're using. And this is really cool. It has a MailChimp integration. It has another provider integration. I just migrated somebody from Constant Contact to this. Super easy. And if you're new to emails, you can do that too and just set up, hey, I'm new to emails. And the beautiful part is it has a ton of customization. So yeah, these all look great, but you could build all of these in here. I know this because I've done this, and it works really, really well. If you're looking to have a more informal letter, you can just drop a simple one and just keep it as text. We've done everything from newsletters, plain text promotions. I mean, you name it, we've probably done it for our customers because that's what we do. And that's why I really like this software, because most people don't realize it's that simple. And the analytics that you get are so good. Now, one thing I did leave out, which I probably shouldn't have, is you could go back to your contacts, and if you integrate your HubSpot account with your website, you can see what pages people have visited. So if you have, a CEO of a company, right, and you have them in your database, you can actually see what pages they had visited on your website. So that way, when you have a sales call, you have a highly educated conversation because you know all the pages, everything from maybe it's a blog article, maybe it's a knowledge-based article, maybe it's services that you offer, right? And you can have a really good conversation, and the likelihood of that converting goes way up. Once again, I know this because I've done this. So it's just absolutely incredible, what you can do in here. Landing pages, you have forms in here. So when you're looking at forms, you might be thinking well, maybe I don't have a form. I've had people customize this program where they use their forms as their onboarding. So they'll send out a form to their clients, and in the form you can actually add documents and things like that to it. hugely transformative. And being able to do that is awesome because you don't have to send the same paperwork over and over and over again. It's one form, you send them one link, they take care of everything else, and everything's stored in the system. You don't have to worry about anything going awry. That's the beautiful part about it. Now, sales. If you have ever used Pipedrive or anything like that, forget it. This is so much better. Now, this is the vanilla. Well, I say vanilla because that's a technology term, but this is a vanilla. This is right out of the box, completely uncustomized. You have appointment scheduled, qualified to buy, presentation scheduled, decision maker brought in, contact sent, closed won, right? Or closed lost. And you can actually keep track just by dragging and dropping. Now, in the more advanced versions, you can actually have an email that gets fired off every time this moves. So if you have, if you just pitched somebody and you presented a presentation, now they can automatically get a certain email or something like that. If you have a lot of deals going on, you could look at it in the list form. And the nice part is you can separate this where you're looking at a certain series of dates, right? Where you want to create a date over here or something like that, where you can say, okay, great. Over the last week, we did X amount of dollars, right? Because it'll be in closed one. And you could see down here below, okay, I did $5,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 in business. Or, hey, we lost $20,000. So if you're a sales manager and you're looking for different ways to improve your business, why are we losing so many deals? This is where you can go look. It makes it that simple. Now, that's the main features. You have documents, you have meetings. Meetings are great. Completely replaces Calendly. You have tickets, you have some automations. Those are paid for. And then you have reports, which are great too. And that's really just the overview of it. Now, if you want full in-depth training, you want to go sign up for this, I will leave a link below to our other channel. Our other channel has a full 1 hour. There's 2 parts that each are about 30-ish minutes long, and those will cover everything that you're going to want to know in depth on this program. If this is something that you actually want to use, this is more of an overview. I think so many people don't use a CRM, and it's crushing their business. And I really can't emphasize it enough. It is so important to have a CRM because it's the glue that keeps the whole company together. You can use fancy email marketing strategies or marketing softwares and things like that, but ultimately, if you don't have a place to keep where your customers are coming time and time again, it's just impossible to grow a business. It really is. Once again, I know this because it took me forever to find this program. It took me forever to realize that because I was running my business on an Excel sheet and I was losing so much money. And when I say losing, it wasn't so much people were leaving me. It was, hey, I want to do business with you. And then I didn't have a place to write it down, right? This software has an app on your phone, both Androids and iPhones, where you can go on there. You could do it on the fly. It even has, when there's no COVID, a business card scanner where you can actually scan the business card, grab all the information from it, and it goes right into the system. You can even send emails from your phone through this, and it'll track everything. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And the best part is it's free, right? There's obviously premium features and things like that, but I see so many people, they're like, well, I can't figure this out, or I don't know, I don't send emails, or I send emails, but I don't know who's coming back to my website. I don't know what pages they're visiting, and I don't keep track of sales. This literally brings like 20 or 30 different softwares all in together into one platform, and it just makes it seamless. You can have a hierarchy of employees and all that beautiful stuff in here. It's absolutely phenomenal. I only preach it because it's something that has helped me grow my business tremendously, and I know it's helped a lot of people because I've implemented, I see their numbers. I have companies on here doing millions of dollars in business purely because they run a really good system on here. So that was just a brief overview of what it can do. I highly recommend you check it out. I will leave a link down below to HubSpot as well if it's something that you want to get. And try out the free version. It's totally free. I mean, you should be able to play with it for after about 2 or 3 hours and kind of figure out your way around it. Like I said, I have tutorials and stuff like that. They have a huge tutorial center and knowledge base center where you can go in and mess around with it. But I definitely recommend if you're running your business right now on Excel documents, or you're really not sure who's visiting your website, or you're not sending emails to the best of your ability, it's worth it. Trust me, just go and do it. It'll save you so much time. And once again, it's free. If you guys found value in this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that little notification bell so you never miss another opportunity to make more money. My name is Harrison Barron, the Millennial Entrepreneur, and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, bye.